That is a giant habitat. That's kind of insane. Hello there you guys, it's Miss Charlotte and welcome back to another video on this channel. Today we are back with another Planet Zoo video. It has been a bit of a while, and as some of you may be aware, I did make a Planet Zoo video and then the frames were really horrendous. I had to get rid of all of the footage. I don't think there was a lot we did, to be honest. I think it was just solving animal problems. We've got these two exhibits, which I think were here last time. Excuse me, why is there litter on the floor? Definitely have to deal with that. And that's about it really. I do actually have definite plans for today's video. So I have been looking at these two habitats and just comparing it to this massive one we've got for our lemurs, and I think they're way too small. So what I want to do is make this into one big habitat for our African wild dogs, and then create a brand new habitat maybe over here for our gazelles and also our springbok, I think it is. I think they deserve a nice massive habitat, so we're going to work on that. Obviously we've still got our stress problems because I think of the non-one-way glass thing, but in general I just want to work on the look of this zoo and the welfare of our animals, and that's kind of what we're doing today. So we do have some new challenges, guest numbers, which I think we will probably achieve in this episode since we've got 633 currently and we need 750. Education, that's something we do have to work on, and same with adopting more habitat species. We shall see. So first of all, first and foremostly, I've been looking at this path and I hate it, so I think I'm going to change that first of all. And I've been having a look and oh perfect, it's dark now. I think I want to go with this kind of bright one. This zoo isn't looking particularly modern and I think I want it to. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm still going to go with like the wooden theme, but I think something light like this might look nice, and I doubt we'll keep it the same. Like at some point we will probably change this path again. We've got an inspector. That's concerning since we have low welfare. That's not good at all. Why are you trying to hide? Do they need more hiding space maybe? Is that maybe something we could do for them? We can't give them any more coverage. They have enough hard shelters, I think. Do you know what I might try? Why don't we make the barrier a little bit bigger? It's a really weird thing to try and do, but I'm going to try and do it. So if we put it at like 4 maybe? We'll put it at 3.94 apparently, and maybe that's a bit nicer for them to hide away in. It's not going to affect guests either because like they can still see through the glass, but we will try it and hopefully that's good enough. It's a dismal day as well for the inspector to come by. It's very rainy and horrible, but we will continue to do our pathing. Let's change this exhibit area. I think I might have done this off camera as well. So this structure I worked on a while back, and now I've added some nice foliage all over it, so it looks really nice and green. Just a little bit more whilst our inspector goes and looks at our animals. This is really concerning me. Their low welfare. Oh god. Maybe a massive habitat also will help. We're really gonna have to work on these stressed animals. One-way glass is definitely the way to go, but we're not there yet. I think this is looking a lot nicer, although you can't really see it because of the rain, but hopefully that's all right. Oh, and Matty's visiting my zoo apparently. There you are. You enjoying it? What are you queuing up for? Some food? Lovely, lovely. Oh my god, we get conservation credits from saying hi to people who visit. I did not know that. I did not know that was a thing. Oh, and it's cleared up. Oh my gosh, yes, the path has definitely made a difference. I'm liking the zoo better already. Right, okay, so these guys are hella stressed. I'm so sorry, you poor gazelles. You're expecting offspring. You guys are elderly. It doesn't say here what the issue is, and it normally does. I don't really know. What if we move all their feeders and things further in? Maybe that will help. I feel like we definitely have tried this already, but I mean, we can try it again. So if we just move these in a bit, maybe that will help them out a little bit. Let's try that, and hopefully that makes them feel a little bit better. It's really weird too. It like definitely fluctuates. Like sometimes they're fine, sometimes it's just the springbok, sometimes it's just the gazelles. Oh, and we've got some vet research done, which is brilliant. I think we're researching 2 things for vets and also 2 things for mechanical research, which is good. I think our snakes are the ones we're researching currently, so those are our exhibit animals. Let's have a look at you guys in terms of your layout. No, okay, so you need a little bit more research, and then for these you need a little bit more research as well. So we've got level 2 and level 3 yet to unlock. Got some breeding going on, that's all fine. There are high amounts of litter, I've definitely noticed that, so we definitely need some more bins around the place. Let's also get another bench over here. We definitely are eventually going to get nicer benches because these just aren't doing the most in terms of aesthetics, but obviously that is going to take a little bit more research. These guys are trying to see the lemurs from over here, which is very strange. Why don't we just loop the path around here? I don't know why I haven't done that yet. I guess we can do that now, and then after that we will move on to joining the other 2 that we wanted to merge. Right, right, so let's get this going as close to the window as possible so then people can get an even better look at our, I think they're called red muffed, something like that, lemurs. And that matches up with this area perfectly. Beautiful, look at that, gorgeous. And then we can have more shops around here and all sorts. It's going to be great. Oh god, our inspector's report is done. Right, let's have a look at this. Our habitats in general are looking pretty good. Habitat 2 is not very good. I'm guessing, yep, that's our springbok and our gazelles, so that's not the best. Also, our education isn't looking too good, so we definitely need to work on that. Staff in general, happiness is good, welfare is good, but I mean that fluctuates obviously because of those animals of ours. Our zoo isn't open very late. Should we make it open a little bit later? I wonder when we can pop up the price as well. I don't want to risk it right now, I don't think. Our education is really bad. People think that the zoo is really small, so those are our two things to work on. So I definitely think the merging of these habitats is going to help, so let's do that first. Okay, so first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to build the new habitat. I think I want to build it here. I just really need to work out where we want the path going. I think we still want a path kind of wiggling this way, like this. I don't know why we decided on going for wiggly paths, but that's something that we're doing, I guess. So it's going to go all the way over here. So we can kind of get it lengthwise this big maybe. We continue the path a little bit. Let's just see how far we can get it. Okay, nice. So this is going to be for our gazelles and our springbok. We'll do some glass, I think. Let's make it a little bit curved as well. And we will take the length down a little bit. I think the whole front can be glass and then we'll block off some of the sides with brick. Although we'll see, because again, like I said, this is going to be a bigger habitat, so it might be better for their stress levels because they can just hide in the middle. I mean, I'm sure guests won't be the most happy about that, but I mean, priorities. So I think this might be good. So I'm going to do glass this way because I think we will end up putting a path around here as well. Trying to think how far back we want to go. I mean, I think this is far enough back, probably. These habitats from above are going to look so strange. And then as simple as it is, I think we're going to move over all of the things in the gazelle habitat and the springbok one, so it saves us like buying loads of new stuff. Obviously terrain and stuff is going to have to be a bit different with coverage and things because it's bigger, so we can probably get some more plants in. And there we go. Brilliant. Cool. That is a giant habitat. That's kind of insane, but that is good. That's what we wanted. So we're going to get a new habitat gate. Obviously all of our staff facilities are down here, so preferably we're going to have a habitat gate down here. Let's have a look at our power situation. Yeah, that's the thing. We're going to have to get some new facilities soon, but for now we're going to put the habitat gate here. That'll work out for now. We need to box up all of these animals actually. I wonder if there's an easy way we can do it. So it's going to be all of these guys and we can send them all to the trade center, I guess. What does that do? Does that mean we keep them there? We'll just move them all, as if that's an easy thing to do. Let's start moving stuff. So they will need their bedding things. They have quite a few of these, so I think I'm going to do them in clusters. Maybe a lot of them in the middle so they can have like a nice private area to sleep. What I might try and do actually is just kind of move it all together. We also want to change the terrain again, so they do like a nice swimming space, so we can give them that once again. Ignore all this floating stuff. We will deal with it at some point. Is there anything else? Probably not. We also are going to have to move all of our signs and everything. So now the big move, we need to select these guys and get them all moved. We can actually move them all, I think. So move, and we move them all into this habitat. And now these can go over here, and then our donation boxes will have to move eventually as well. Is it even on the floor? Yes, it is. Okay, so power situation now. I think I want to plan where I am going to put these staff paths and everything. So let's do that first. So for around here, this path is going to go this way, so we can see like all the way around. So then our staff path can kind of branch out from the middle, I think. So let's see what that looks like. There's no way to really do it in the middle, so I think we might just have to do it like this. There we go. Beautiful. So let's make sure we get our power, and then I'll also take our water treatment over here as well, I think. And we're going to put it all the way over here. Let's have a look at electricity. See, this is hard. We want to get it so it overlaps as much as possible, I think, for it to be efficient. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it here, and obviously we can make more as we go. Let's fill in this terrain a little bit. Okay, that's way too much water. And let's get these animals moved in, and then we can start moving stuff so it looks a lot better. Like these ferns that are floating for some reason. And we'll just wait for the first of these animals to get moved in. We also probably want to be thinking about more staff as well. That is definitely something we need to start considering because we have a lot of animals. Haha, look, one of our first ones are in now. So let's make sure that the terrain and everything is perfect. So they can definitely do with a lot more coverage, which is good. They need more hard shelters. They've got enough enough land to navigate, which is great. They just need more soil and a lot more short grass, so let's do that. God, the noise that the soil makes is just disgusting. Oh, it sounds so gross. That's all I'm gonna say. There we go. I think that is enough. What I might do is, like, with a very low intensity, just kind of go all around and add soil here and there, so it just gives the ground a little bit more texture, I guess. Apparently they don't have enough hard shelters, which is interesting, but let's work on the coverage first. So they like Africa, desert, and grassland, so we can definitely get some nice big trees in here, which is lovely. That took up like half the coverage, but it's fine. And then they also like bushes, like these reeds and things like that. There is still a bunch of just floating stuff all over the place, which is very strange. And then it's just a matter of making things look a bit nicer, which is my favorite thing to do. We also have like a ton of feeders and things that we need to place nicely and make sure their food stuff is fairly near the habitat gate. They also have all their enrichment too. There we go. Beautiful. Cool. I think I'm gonna get some more rocks in here as well. I do like what the rocks look like. Okay, so I've made some minor adjustments and kind of deleted some plants and like added some. I'm just trying to play around with what I kind of want this habitat to look like, so I don't want it to look too weird. I don't know why, it's giving me very strange vibes at the moment. So I think these guys like a lot more coverage than the other species that we've got in here. So if we click on this guy who doesn't like too much coverage, I think that might help a lot more. I'm looking for like some big shrubbery kind of things rather than trees. The main one that I keep finding are these, which are nice, but like, I don't know. So we also have these, which I've popped around the place a little bit, so we can do that a little bit more, just to kind of busy it up a little bit, really. There we go. Okay, I think I am reasonably happy with this, so hopefully these guys like it too. And we'll make sure they get food as soon as they get in. Work zone set up. Oh, I completely forgot. We have work zones, so we need to change the work zones for this area. So let's do that. Let's have a look at work zone 1. All of this stuff, and then work zone 2 is this. So we're gonna have to have this in work zone 2 as well. There are still animals in here, so hopefully you can get them all boxed up. And once they have, the wild dogs can be welcomed into this habitat as well. Get out of here. Go, go, go. And now there should be no one left in this habitat, hopefully. Yeah, okay, perfect. So now what we need to do is we need to get rid of this path, which is a bit of a nightmare because there are people walking on it, but it's fine. We'll get rid of this sign. We'll move this donation box over here. We have a lot of stuff to move, actually. Right, vending machines are moving. We can move them here for now, I guess, although they have no power over there, so we will have to sort that out in a little bit. These guys will hopefully despawn, so they're not just abandoned. And then I think that is the last of the things. We are going to join up the habitats before we break any barriers, just so we don't get any escapes. I also want this habitat to be the same height as this, I think. So this is 3.94. Let's put it at 5. This barrier, we will also put this at 5. So we'll connect that up with some brick. Then we'll get some glass at the front. We will get rid of this habitat gate. Beautiful. And then we can get rid of this. And then it will become one massive habitat, which is pretty cool. So these I also want to be glass now. So we will change those to glass. Okay, so now this is just one massive habitat for our wild dogs. Guys, you have so much room. I think they're quite happy with it, which is good. Let's have a look. They can do with a lot more coverage, which is always good, but we can start moving all their stuff because they have a lot more space. This is so cool. So we are going to have to do a lot of editing to make this look a little bit better because obviously it's all a little bit disheveled. That's the only way I can think of describing it, but we will do that in the next episode. So I'm pretty happy with what we've done today. We have got our gazelles settled here. Doesn't look like we have any welfare issues either, which is great. We have some things without power though. A slight concern, so let's move these. There we go. Those should have power. So next time we need to work on the power situation as we don't have any power for these two things. Also, we need to renovate this habitat, but I'm pretty happy. We have a brand new habitat for these guys and they seem a lot happier, which is really, really good. And hopefully people enjoy a larger habitat for these guys. But that is pretty much it, guys. I think I'm going to wrap up the episode, but if you did like it, do give it a thumbs up and let me know what other videos you would like to see on this channel. Also, feel free to subscribe to stay tuned for videos every Saturday. And that is pretty much it. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.